the Roadhouse remake that is coming out through Amazon, starring Jake Gyllenhaal as well as
Conor McGregor.
And so...
Oh, also, I can't remember her name, but the actress who played, I think, Ratcatcher is in it. I think that's her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
So I think she plays the love interest.
Okay. So, Roadhouse, to be honest, I've never seen the original. So,
Same.
I can't say anything to the effect of the original movie. I can just say what I'm watching from the trailer. I think it looks great. I mean, Doug Liman's the director. He's made The First Mission Possible. He made Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is one of my favorite movies.
The Edge of Tomorrow. He did Jumper.
He did Jumper, and then the last one, Born Identity.
Yeah, he did do Born Identity. Yeah, he's done a lot of really good movies.
Right.
And I will say though, I don't think I would have guessed he's directing this from the movies I've watched he's made. And it very much looks like an 80s movie, remake. It's got 80s vibes for sure, which I don't think is bad. But it's definitely different for him.
Yeah, I mean. I feel like from what I've heard about the original, it's bar fights, and it's this guy who's good at fighting turns into the bouncer and is just kicking ass the whole movie. I'm assuming, but this one seems like there's. I mean, I don't know. It seems a little generic in the way that it's him probably just. Falling in love with a girl and becoming a part of this town or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think it looks great. I, straight up do not like Conor McGregor.
Oh wow. You're that intense about it, huh?
I mean, I have issues with him.
Okay.
But as the villain, from what I can see from the trailer,
he's a natural. Yeah.
I will say, because he has the MMA UFC kind of back history experience.
Yeah.
The punching, the fighting looks pretty well done.
Yeah.
And I think Jake Gyllenhaal is holds his own pretty well. I think it looks good.
He looks great. I think the fights between Jake and everyone else all look really great, honestly. So
yeah, the main issue I have with the movie though is, so Amazon bought MGM Studios, I think a year and a half ago, maybe more, and they made a promise that they were going to put most of the movies that they put out, they were going to be the one distributor that, the one streaming distributor that puts the most amount of movies
in theaters.
Right. And so,
which is pretty huge, because Netflix just came out and was yeah, we're never going to release the movie to theaters. That's just not who we are.
Well, that's not necessarily true though, because
Netflix, yes, but they said going forward, we don't plan to release any movies to theaters because our customers want to see it on Netflix. They just came out with that.
Well, I've not seen that, but I will say they put Maestro out in theaters, they put The Irishman out in theaters. So to me, I'll say, going into the Amazon thing, because I can talk about why I think that's a dumb idea with Netflix. They said they were going to put out all these movies in theaters, and unlike the Black Widow situation, which Scarlett Johansson specifically signed a contract that said that her movie was going to be in the theater. Mm-hmm. He did not have that necessarily. If I understand, it was not in the contract, but it was implied, and he was under the impression this movie was going to theaters.
Doug Liman. I know Jake Gyllenhaal was as well.
Right.
And so much so that he got together with Jeff Bezos, had a private screening, and pleaded for him to change this direction they were doing. And Jeff Bezos was like, nah, we're good.
Right.
So,
So and Doug basically is boycotting watching his own movie down at South by Southwest because he did an open letter to Amazon saying like, you guys lied.
Yep.
This might be the best movie I've ever made in my life.
Wow.
And
it's not going to get nearly as many eyes because it's not in theaters.
And there is data that says if you put your product out, your movie out in a theater, more people will watch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
More people will want to go sign up for your service if if that movie had been out in theaters. It's like it gives it that like prestige as opposed to basically what a streaming movie sometimes amounts to be, is a straight to DVD kind of, the new straight to DVD sort of thing. And I just don't understand it. Like, you're not going to make any more money having it just be on Amazon. If you put it out in theaters, you make money from putting it out in theaters. Then you can put it on the fucking
what
streaming.
Amazon is thinking, and I think what like Warner Brothers was thinking, like before Zaslav and like Discovery bought them, is they were like making movies specifically for HBO Max over there, before the whole merger. And to me, that just shows that they're like, oh well, people will like, they're expecting people to subscribe to their service like just to see these like really good movies. And I think that's what Amazon is thinking with this movie. They're like, oh well, if it's only on our service, then people have to subscribe to Amazon to watch it. And I just don't think that's the right model. Like,
I think it's worked for any streaming service. Sure,
right. And I think like the thing is that if you, let's say there's a lot of people who just don't go to the movies, right? And
that's true.
But what I'm saying there is that like if you got the good press out there that like a bunch of people saw it and loved it, and then it like, a month or two later went to streaming, these people will be like, oh wow, okay, great. I should go check that out because it got all this great press.
I mean, that's what happened with Barbie and Oppenheimer. Yeah. I mean, people who typically don't go to the movies went to go see those two specific movies.
Right.
And they were two of the highest grossing movies of the year.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, no, I agree. This model has not proven to work. I don't know why they're choosing to do this.
The top 10 movies streamed in 2023 all had theatrical releases.
Yeah.
All of them had theatrical releases.
Right.
And it's granted, one or two of them have asterisks. I think one was Elemental, and the other one was Knives Out, Glass Onion, because that one still had a theatrical release.
I still think they messed up with Knives Out, Glass Onion.
Oh, for sure. But they still put it out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was like but it was in like limited theaters too.
Limited theaters. So, I saw it in the theater.
Good for you, man. Yeah. That would have been great.
But still, it still had it,
Yeah. Right. So yeah, no, I feel you. It's messed up. Amazon messed up. I totally understand why Jake Gyllenhaal and Doug Liman are not happy, or Doug Liman, whatever you want to call him.
I think it's Liman.
It's Liman, yeah. Well, yeah, but regardless, it is messed up.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm hoping that there's enough people that can eventually talk about it that it'll get a theatrical release. But
yeah, I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like I want to see this movie. I'm already like have Primes, but
yeah, same.
But I hate it. I hate that. They went, okay, you made this great movie, which Amazon was saying, yeah, if you make a great movie, we'll put it out in theaters. Well, I mean, obviously we've not seen it, but obviously the director is going to say he loves it, but I feel like many other people have been saying like this is good. Yeah. And I think Amazon might have even said this is good. And but we were going to put it out streaming.
The movie Air, wasn't that owned by Amazon as well? Am I thinking wrong about that?
I can look it up.
Yeah, because from what I hear, like that was made to be a direct to streaming movie, and everyone loved it so much they were like, yeah, let's just put this out in theaters, which was what I like logically should have happened with Roadhouse, if it's being received as well as it is.
let's see who Amazon. Yep, distributed by Amazon.
So Amazon decided they had specifically made that for their streaming service, and then we're like, nah, let's put it out in theaters. So does that mean that they think it's so strong that they like, oh, let's keep it exclusive, or do they think like, well, it's not strong enough to be in theaters? I don't know.
I'm guessing
I don't know.
that they feel like it's not strong enough to be in theaters.
Yeah, they must, right?
But I guess we could watch it and see if they're wrong.
Yeah. I think it's a toss up. I think this movie could be like wonderfully campy,
It looks
and
like
kind of a great action movie, or it could just be I don't know, terribly written and just good action. So we'll see. Yeah, it comes out soon, right?
Yeah, it comes out. Let's see, Roadhouse release date 2024 March 8th.
Oh wow, that's really soon. Okay,
Yeah,
a month out. Well, we'll probably review it since it's on streaming. So
it's true.
yeah.